Most startups don't need a fractional CFO on day one. That might sound strange, coming from a finance staffing firm. But it's true. If you hire one too early, you may be paying $5,000 a month for someone to organize spreadsheets a bookkeeper could have handled. That's money you probably need for product, hiring, sales, or staying alive long enough to reach the next milestone. But hiring one too late creates a different problem. Now you're walking into a Series A meeting, and your financials don't hold up under diligence. That's not where you want to find out your model, data room, or runway assumptions are weak. A fractional CFO is a senior finance leader who works with your company part-time or on contract, usually 8 to 30 hours a month. They're not a bookkeeper. They're not just closing the books, and they're not there to categorize expenses. That work matters, but it looks backward. A fractional CFO looks forward. They help answer questions like, what does our runway look like? Can we afford this hiring plan? What happens if revenue slips by 20%? What will investors ask when they see this model? Are our unit economics strong enough to defend? That's the lane they operate in. What a fractional CFO actually does depends on your stage. For one startup, they may build a 12 to 18-month cash flow model. For another, they may prepare board reporting or help with fundraising diligence. They may own runway forecasting and budget versus actuals reviews, unit economics, board reporting, and fundraising support, cap table visibility, and financial systems planning. They turn financial information into better decisions, not just cleaner reports. So when are you actually ready? One clear trigger is fundraising. If you're raising a Series A soon, your financials need to be investor ready before you're in the room. Another trigger is burn. If your burn rate is climbing and nobody can explain why, that's a problem. If your board is asking questions and you're scrambling through spreadsheets, you need a senior finance layer. Once you're past $1 million in ARR, the complexity usually starts to justify the investment, but some startups aren't ready yet. If you're under 500,000 ARR, you probably don't need one. You likely need a strong bookkeeper, a CPA, and clean monthly financials. That's the foundation. Otherwise, your fractional CFO will spend expensive hours cleaning up accounting work. And that's not strategic finance. That's paying CFO rates for bookkeeping cleanup. Cost is part of the decision too. A fractional CFO might run $2,000 to $15,000 per month. You get senior financial thinking without paying for 160 hours a month before you need it. The market is crowded now, so you need to vet carefully. Look for startup-specific experience. Ask for founder references from companies that looked like yours. That matters more than a big-name logo. Here's the takeaway. You hire one when the financial complexity is real enough to justify the spend. Start with the question that matters. What does your company need from finance right now? Then hire for that. KORE1 helps startups find fractional, interim, and full-time finance leaders matched to their stage.